Hello everybody, this is Desiree from Rheintex, as you might well know, and today I'm showing you the new Moda Collections. This is part 1 of 2 because it's a big collection, and one part is regular fabrics for the coming summer in 2023, and then there's some Halloween and Christmas which we will show you afterwards. But let's start, first things first, with this beautiful collection that we have on hand here. And we start with the Three Sisters, you might know them well. The quilt behind me is Three Sisters, and they have something similar. So for spring, coming in April next year, some lovely soft colors, some pinks, really beautiful, as you really can expect of them. Some lovely paisley, small flowers, some really lovely light blue, and a little bit of grey to make it all a bit softer. So Bliss by Three Sisters, let us know if you're interested. If you want the catalogue, if you want to visit, just you know how to find us. We move on to Janet Claire. A little bit unusual for her. Normally she has some nature things or some leaves in here. But it's a bit, different. Collage, it's called. It comes in May. There's some green, some blue, well, she always has a lot of blue, and some stripy fabric, some little bit of print. Janet Claire, really lovely girl, really lovely fabrics. Then we go on, there's some Ruby Star in here as well, really nice. Lil, it's called, by Kimberly Knight. There's some retro fabrics, of course, little apples. And we all love her colors. Really sweet. Going back to the 70s. Coming in June 2023. Let's see what else we've got. Surprise, surprise. It's Betsy Chutchain, I would say. No, it's Mimic and Simpson. Union Square. And normally they have a lot of red, white, blue. And they sort of went a little bit out of the box. There's some yellow added this time. And we all know they're paisleys. It's a very good multicolor fabric. Always good. Some little kind of cherries. Really good for fussy cutting. Some blue as well, coming in May next year. Moving on, now we got Betsy Chutchain. I was just going to say, I have seen her, I'm sure she's there, called Florence Fancy, coming in May. And of course, if you want to do broderie purse, if you want to applique, if you want things like that, then Betsy's your girl. Also some multicolor fabrics. Lovely little prints, good big flowers, wonderful colors. Look at this beautiful reproduction fabric. So if you want to make a reproduction quilt, you know where to find them. There's some with red, some purple, blue. There's also a little border. And I like this one, black, really pretty. Good flowers, good for cutting out. Nice little border. Lovely little prints. So Florence Fancy if you want to make a reproduction quilt. Then of course, because it's for summer next year, there's some summer flowers. And they look a little bit like in the Provence in France. And they will come in April, so you can make a spring quilt. Traditional yellow and blue. Big flowers, small flowers, daffodils, things like that. Cornflowers. So you know, if you need a flower quilt, I think this is a good way to go. Going on, moving to Sunnyside by Camilla Roskeli, coming in May next year. Also very floral, but very calm. Also small flowers in pink, in blue, green, and some darker blue. So I think very typical for our own style, so you recognize it. Oh yes, this is really, really sweet. This is Annalie Hui. Pips, it's called. I love fabrics with dogs, but look at these little sweethearts. absolutely lovely. And the girls in swings and on a little, oh, I don't know the English word actually. Oh, like a skateboard, but not quite. Some more little dogs in other different colors. I think it's so lovely, this. So coming in May next year, Annalie Hui Pips. And there's of course some Moda Batik. Always very bright, it's called Mambo. Coming in April next year. Very bright, good, bold, strong collection. So if batik is your thing, this is what you want. Okay, moving on a bit. We're going to do a fruit cocktail by Victory. And I think this is really good, really nice fabric and very good small prints. So very summery, coming in April, just in time for summer. Really nice, you know their colors, very familiar with them. Lots of yellow and also some bright green, very sparkly blue. So Victory for April. And then there's some basic. They're called Beyond Basic because they have a little print on them, and there's a lot of new colors. So they've had this collection before and now they've added on. So if you need any new colors or some good neutrals, some black and gray and of course a white one. So if you need any Beyond Bellas, there is lots of new colors to look forward to for next year. I'm sorry, I have a bit of a cold, so my voice is not very strong today. Flower Power, well that's what it was. When I was young we had Flower Power, and still going strong. It's back to the 70s, I would say. You nearly feel like you need to make new curtains for your house and go back. Thank you, darling. And this is a lovely new apprentice, Noah, who just picked up the samples for me. And so some Flower Power, sorry, lost you there. April next year, I think it's back in time. Lovely retro feeling. Maybe I'm too old for this, but for young people, I think it's very fun. Going back to Ruby Star, this time Sarah Watts, and it's called Reading Nook. Well, this is more up my alley because I love to read. So anything with books, and I could just imagine myself sitting there with a quilt on my lap and a cat. I don't have cats, I have dogs, but that'll do also. And you know, just snuggle up with a wonderful quilt. With tea bags, so you have a cup of tea, have your book on your lap, and this wonderful quilt that you just made. And your book you can make from this canvas. You can either make a really fabulous book cover, or make a bag to take you to the library, or maybe to a second-hand shop, buy some books and put them in this lovely bag. And this will come in May next year. And while we are in summer, we get a lots of flower fabrics now by Robin Pickens. It's called, of course, Wild Blossoms. And this is, I think, anything you can think of in summer. I could just imagine making a wonderful tablecloth for a large garden table. Look at this with beautiful bumblebees on them. This is just summer on fabric. And I think would be good. Make a really good summer quilt or garden chair covers or things like that. Really lovely. It'll come in April, so you'll just be ready for summer then. Okay, there is some lovely woven ones called Vista Woven and Toweling. There's also toweling in dark blue, but these little woven checkered fabrics are really fun. Really calm, nice colors, and woven, so they are back to front the same. Okay, some more Ruby Star. There's a little panel, but there's also Sunbeam by Rashida Coleman Hale, coming in June. Sorry about that, Rashida. Make it nice again. There's some animals, some tigers, I think, yeah. A little bit of Japanese influence there maybe. There's some faces, the things she has more often, coming in June, I already said that. Some yellow tigers, fun fabrics, very retro, lovely. And then there's the panel. I love their panels, they're really funny, really good stuff. You can make all sorts of things out of those, little bags or things like that, real fun stuff. Okay, just put them away nicely. Last but not least, if you have a little baby on the way, maybe you're becoming a grandmother for the first time, look at this, how sweet, really, really lovely. Delivered with love, well, you can imagine that is the case. This is little elephants, there's little other animals. Maybe we should make a quilt, because Rheintex is having an addition to the family, so the bookkeeper is having a second baby, so we cannot wait. We're all cheering for them. And this is lovely. If you want to make a quilt for a baby, I think it's really, really nice, really sweet. And there's also this interesting panel in which you can, you know, photograph them, make a photo of the baby, and then see how old it was on that day in this month. Really fun stuff. So it's very, very sweet collection. Okay, thank you so much. There'll be another little presentation in a few minutes with Christmas, but this is the regular collection. If you want catalog, if you would like samples, we have limited edition of sample collections to send to you. If you need any information, sales@rheintex.com, info@rheintex.com, call your rep, find us in any way, but I'm sure you know how. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.